Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Stallings. You know me here on YouTube as MarauderEX, and as always I'm your host for Operation Recap, where I take some of the stories from Rainfall.com and I share them here on the Rainfall YouTube channel because that's what I do. I am their content manager. I'm going to manage their content by cross-promotion. Networking up in here, guys. Anyway, so as always I've got 3 stories that I've taken from the last week, and here they are. The first one is the internet is panicking because Sega and Game Freak are collaborating on a video, and everyone thinks Game Freak is, you know, this holy Nintendo thing, and their big thing is Pokemon. No, Pokemon is kind of owned by Nintendo, Game Freak, and the Pokemon Company. So, you know, everyone's got their little bit of share, but Game Freak is a whole different entity, and they've actually partnered with Sega before. They came up with a really good platformer on Genesis/Mega Drive called Pulseman. Love that game. It's hard as crap. It's a great game. And it looks like they're doing the same thing again. This time they've got Timbo the Badass Elephant. Can't make this up. It is too early for this, man. So, the statement from the press release: part commando, all elephant. Timbo the Badass Elephant is a larger-than-life 2D side-scrolling action adventure from the creative geniuses behind the Pokemon games, coming summer 2015. We've got a trailer. Go check it out. Words cannot describe this madness. They just can't. But the big thing is to sit here and realize there's no need to panic. Don't freak out yet. I've got other stories that we can go ahead and freak out about. For this, just cautious optimism that maybe it's going to be a good game coming from Sega. I mean. Anyway, let's move on to the second story, shall we? Tri-Ace may work on titles for non-platform games in the future. Now, this is one that you can freak out about. So, a while back, Tri-Ace, who is known, at least in some circles, for some of their RPGs, like the Star Ocean series, Valkyrie Profile, they were picked up by Nipro Japan, which has said, we're going to make them do mobile games. And then everyone freaked out that now Tri-Ace is just not going to be doing console stuff anymore. They're not going to do the series and games that they are known for. They're just going to be stuck to making mobile games. And this is a big, scary thing for gamers these days. Whenever a company says, we're going to focus on mobile gaming, it really sounds like you're going to ignore the console market, because there are so many articles prophesizing the doom and gloom of the console industry, leading with the Wii U, and then how even the Xbox One and PS4, it just seems like an off cycle for consoles. And, you know, with PCs picking up and mobile gaming picking up, and everyone's just leaning toward mobile gaming. Sega also issued a statement not too long ago saying that they are going to focus very heavily on mobile gaming. And it's just kind of freaking people out. Mobile gaming is the future. And, you know, it might be, it might not be. There are a lot of holdouts like myself. It's like, I don't play games on my phone that often. I mean, the games I play on my phone, I could play on anything else, and I'm not draining the battery on my phone to do other things, like text, or call, or I surf the internet on it. That's about all I do on I don't play games on it. That's just me, though. And, you know, hearing that Tri-Ace was picked up, I was expecting no more Star Ocean, or I'm definitely not expecting any more Valkyrie Profile. But, Nipro Japan has stated that they may work on non-mobile projects in the future, which optimistically says, oh, well, maybe they'll do another console game. Realistically, they'll probably do another handheld game. They have not released a console game in quite some time, so it's entirely possible that they're just... And there have been reports that the Star Ocean series is for the most part, finished. So... here's hoping that maybe they'll get something to do future, but maybe handheld games, but it seems like everyone's going all digital. So, you know, optimism maybe, but I'm a pessimist by heart, is what everyone tells me. So, I'm not expecting much. The third story is one that we can actually have somewhat be somewhat optimistic about, maybe, if they listen. So Square Enix has released a player survey, so that's also in the I can't speak now. I just suddenly lost all ability to word. It is going to have a link in the article, so check out the article to get the link for this. But it is Square Enix asking, hey, where do you hear about your games? What games do you play? What series do you play? It's very specific. It really is. Like they have Chrono Trigger, this Final Fantasy. It's like, which games are you currently playing? Like right this second is what it sounds like. Like, I'm not playing any of these games right this second. And they omit certain things. Like they talk a lot about Final Fantasy 14. I assume because they've got a new expansion coming out of it, but they don't mention Final Fantasy 11 anywhere. So if you play a Final Fantasy, it's like, I play 11, I don't play 14. It's like, do I say I play 14 or no? And there's not really too many options to say I play these other Square games that are not on your list. But they have been changing the list because originally it did not have any Nintendo console on it that you could say, I play games on this console, which kind of freaked people out at first, and now they have fixed that, at least on the version that I did. Had 3DS, DS, Wii U, so those are there. But it's basically saying, what type of games are you playing? What do you enjoy? Can you tell us what you want to see? And it's not a very long survey, depending on what your answers are. Like, they do add more and more depending on certain answers. Like, if you say your favorite game that you are currently playing is Chrono Trigger, they don't really follow up on that. But if you say Kingdom Hearts, it'll ask you what Kingdom Hearts games have you played. So it does increase depending on your answers. It also says, like, where do you find your gaming information, what social media are you on, I guess, so they can figure out what presence to expand upon and, elaborate. But if you're curious about, maybe giving your input to Square, if you think they might listen, again, pessimistic, not quite thinking that they'll actually pay attention to it, but except for the social media stuff. Everyone has to pay attention to social media. But in terms of, hey, I want to see more Chrono Trigger, probably not going to happen. Probably not. But here's hoping. So go check out those stories, and then check out the rest of the stuff on Rainfall. We've got a whole bunch of new series that we've started. I don't even know where to begin with trying to plug them all. So go check stuff out. We're doing so much stuff. Go read. You can watch my videos and read. I've got a ton of recap videos. We got a ton of other videos on here too. So go check that out. And let me know what you think about any of these stories or anything else that we've got going on at Rainfall. Feedback is king. It has a crown. And this is a hat, not a crown. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna go. So I'll catch you guys next week. Till then, later everyone.